Huh? Briefly caught off guard by her comment, I quickly gathered my thoughts and nodded in return. Well, I practice judo, so it's natural for me to train my body a lot. I'm sure the same can be said of you, Mio-san. I mean, you look, rather feminine, but I could tell you knew how to handle a sword. That shows diligence and talent, but above all, experience. You started young, didn't you? I did. She leaned back against the rocks and let out a sigh. It took me a long time to become competent with a blade, days and nights of endless training, regardless of wind and weather, all in order to toughen myself up to make myself strong enough. It is horrible knowing nothing of your early life. I just turned up here in rags. The guards found me out in the woods one day while out on patrol, starving and dirty. The previous village elder took pity on me and took me in. Everything went well for a while. Narumi's family took me in, treated me like one of their own. Then everything fell apart. Seeing the village had taken me in, fed me, clothed me, given me shelter, suffering at the hands of spirits, I couldn't take it. As she spoke, she let out another sigh. It seemed the alcohol was making her a bit more talkative than usual, which wasn't a bad thing. I just hoped I wouldn't end up paying for it once she sobered up. After that, I felt like I had to do something. I couldn't just sit by while everything fell apart around me. The village was devastated by the fires. On that day, I pleaded with the former chief of the guard to train me, to make me stronger. I wanted to protect the village, to protect Narumi at any cost. He eventually agreed, but told me that I would need to strengthen my resolve first. And that's why you became, you can say it, a Tsunadre tyrant? I don't know what Tsunadre means, but the tyrant part isn't far off. I didn't want to drive everyone away, least of all Narumi. But I had to, in order not to feel the pain of loss again. Spirits haven't been our only problem. Bandits, beasts, and the weather. The village needed protecting from all of it. It became a purpose, and it made me distance myself from everyone else. I guess that explains why you've been acting like that around Machiko and Meiko. That's right, although I'm beginning to think that perhaps we can coexist. The fox spirits, at least. I suppose it has something to do with you, so, thank you. You're welcome. It's not like I did much. I mean it, truly. You and the sisters. You may have saved a life of living in fear, perhaps even prevented my death. I think you better tell them that. You're right, especially considering what comes next. Huh? What do you mean? The girl's words were becoming incoherent, muttering something about spirits are in the village. It seemed like fatigue was finally taking its toll. Well, the other spirits probably won't be leaving the village alone for any time soon. We're going to have to figure out how to stop them. But asking Meiko-chan and Machiko-san to help us is like asking you to turn on Narumi-chan. Haha, turn on. The girl giggled at this for quite some time, so I let out a sigh and coughed politely. What I meant was, they'll have to fight against their own kind at some point. I mean, why would they want to help you guys out in the first place? I think you and Narumi-chan will be the pieces we need to solve this puzzle. And we better figure out what to do soon. I doubt those spirits will hold back next time. You sound like it's some kind of game. That's not nice. As she said this, the girl slid further down into the water. It's a bit easier to think of it like that. The moment we get ahead of us, it's game over. If you and Narumi-chan fix things between the villagers and the sisters, things might work out. You'll have to get close to them as possible. But I don't like girls like that. The girl became incredibly flustered by my comments, having misunderstood what I had said. Before I could explain, she slumped over, her cheeks a deep crimson red. As I tried to move closer, it became clear that she had passed out. The heat had probably gotten to her. Just my luck. She had to pass out wearing nothing but a towel. I swear, someone up there is testing my patience with all these temptations. Sighing in annoyance, I carefully wrapped my arms around the girl and pulled her out of the water. Realizing that leaving Mio here would be a bad idea, I thought about what to do when Narumi-chan came barging in. Takahiro-kun, I heard you were in here. I managed to... Whoa! What's going on here? It's not what you think. The great captain couldn't handle the heat. Could you take over here? Sure, that's what happened. I believe you, you stud. Come on, I'll take her. I'll make sure gets a good night's rest. But if you did do stuff to her while she was drunk, she's gonna kick your ass. I shall refrain from provoking her wrath. The last thing I need is a hungover samurai trying to turn me into a shish kebab. I motioned for Naomi to come closer.